We're actually in the backwaters of the Mississippi River right now, which of course are also extremely low. But the reason we're at this specific location, which is the Riverside Marina on the outskirts of Memphis, is because of what sits in front of me right now. A big piece of Quad City riverboat gaming history. This is the Diamond Lady, or what's left of it here in the marina. The story behind this, kind of a brief recap of where this thing has been and a little bit of the history. So this was brought to the Quad Cities back in 1991. It was the first riverboat casino, if you will, on the Iowa side of the Mississippi River. It was christened by Vanna White in 1991-92, I believe, in Bettendorf, Iowa. And then it headed south towards Biloxi, and its twin sister, I believe it was called the Emerald Lady, was destroyed in Hurricane Katrina. So this is the only one that's left of the two, and right now it is in pretty rough shape. So while it was docked here at the marina, it actually sank. We don't know why, but definitely a very dramatic scene. And now that the river is so low, you're actually able to see really the entire ship from the bottom to the top. So it really is an incredible sight. Do want to give you guys a disclaimer that we are on private property right now. We have spoken to the property owners, and in fact, we're going to have sound from them coming up tomorrow morning on Good Morning Quad Cities, beginning at 6 o'clock in the morning. So I don't recommend that folks venture out here without getting prior permission from the property owners. Obviously, they're very, distraught as to what's going on with their property because the water is gone. There's trash and debris littered everywhere. You really got to have a really solid pair of walking boots to even come out here. But again, we've gotten permission from the owners to be out here because, again, this is a big piece of Quad Cities history. And here it is down in Memphis. Again, the Diamond Lady Riverboat Casino. In terms of the plans for it, we do know in talking with the owner of the marina here that this boat does have an owner. It's not them, obviously. It's someone else. I believe it was from Louisiana. I'll have to get our photographer, our photojournalist, Brad Mosier over here, because he's the one that interviewed her a little while ago anyway. But they had heard that potentially they thought about moving this back out and probably rehabilitating it or restoring it, but it is in pretty rough shape. I mean, obviously people have been out here, they've been inside of it, they've been taking things out, souvenirs, if you will. You can see there's some graffiti also at the top of the ship too. So I'm sure it's in a pretty poor state on the inside, but outside, other than a couple of hours of power washing to clean it up and a little bit of repairs here and there, structurally, if you look at it on the outside, it doesn't look too bad. Now, obviously, we don't know what's going on underneath or why the thing sank. Obviously, that's a big problem. But certainly, I don't know, maybe all hope isn't lost for this thing. But we just took the News 8 drone up, of course, getting authorization from the nearby airport. We're kind of close to that. We can hear planes above us, so we're in compliance with that as well. Just want to put that out there for the legalese folks. But yes, we have permission from the owner, the property owner, to be here filming, and of course we have authorization from the FAA to fly our News 8 drone over there. So got some really cool shots. I can't wait to show them to you guys coming up on Good Morning Quad Cities tomorrow. That's going to be on Friday morning, and then that's it for our time here in Memphis. We're going to be heading back to the Quad Cities. I got to say, the folks here have just been so nice to us, giving us guidance on where to eat and things like that. So it's been something. Even though, we get to see cool things like this, we still have to remember that people's livelihoods are being impacted by what's going on, not only in the backwaters here off the Mississippi River, but the main river itself. So we've learned so much, more than I have ever known about the river, especially the south half of the Mississippi River beyond St. Louis. So it's been a learning experience, but it's also been a humbling one too, because we got to see this piece of history here. And honestly, we may never see the water this low again in my lifetime, and probably many of your lifetimes as well. So it's been an amazing journey. I want to thank everyone for following along with us. I wanted to give you one last look again at the ship. Let me go towards the front. Again, there's just debris scattered all across the area. So it's kind of a hazardous trip, if you will. I've got the boots on, so my feet are kind of protected a little bit better. But again, private property, so don't, try and come out here and trespass because, you know, that's not a good thing for the owners, obviously. Get permission if you can. Thankfully, they were standing outside when we were here, and we were also able to interview them. So the owners have been here for more than 30 years. And again, they've never seen anything like this. We asked them, what's worse, when it floods, when it gets to be a historic flood, or when it's an historic drought like this? And point blankly, she said, this is much worse. This is much, much worse. And to give you an idea of just how far down the water is, I mean, it's incredible. You can see also, by the way, just looking at the bottom half of the ship where the water typically is when it's not as dry. So yeah, what an absolutely incredible sight. There you see the name, the plate, Diamond Lady, still visible. Yeah, I mean, look at where the water used to be and where it is no longer. There's my photojournalist, Brad Mosier, there, getting some more images for us. He's been working like a crazy man. It's been a lot of fun to work with him. He does such a fantastic job. But there you go. You can see here where some folks that have tried to visit this, they have moved this ramp, if you will. This used to be here, but the owners have pushed that away so that you can't get on the ship. And you really shouldn't either. I mean, who knows what's in there in terms of what's living and what else might be taking up residence in the ship. But it is it's quite dramatic to see in person. So just wanted to give you that view. In reference to where the dock is, so that's where we were earlier for our live shot for Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. We were clear up the top of those stairs, but when the river has flooded, the water has been that high. That's how dramatically low this water is. It's just absolutely incredible. So thanks again for checking in with us. We're going to post more throughout the day on WQAD.com. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning as well on Good Morning Quad Cities at 6 o'clock.